And once again, I want to say greetings to each and every one of you, Aquaba, and welcome. Welcome to another round of Culturally Conscious Communications here on the LIB Radio, LIB TV, and LivingInBlack.com network. My name is TD Obi Awadu, aka The Conscious Rasta. Weekday mornings, you and I get together live. We come at you from 9 a.m. Pacific time. That's 12 noon Eastern time. We get together with you and we deal with culture, consciousness, historical perspectives, entertainment, economics, education, health, labor, law, politics, religion, family, conflict, future studies, all areas of human interactivity and development. Today's date is Monday. It is the 5th day of May 5, Cinco de Mayo. And we get together with you and we deal with culture, consciousness, historical perspectives, entertainment, economics, education, health, labor, law, politics, religion, family, conflict, future studies, all areas of human interactivity and development. Welcome to the 7th millennium. You have found your family in a peaceful place here on LIB Radio, LIB TV, here on LivingInBlack.com. And here is what we have for today's subject matter. I hope you do enjoy it. I hope you find this series, we're just beginning a new series today, to be entertaining and enlightenment. That's what we're talking about. Today on LIB Radio, we began a new series of dialogues on mental health challenges, mental health disturbances, and mental health disorders. In this first segment, we look at the diagnosis referred to as bipolar disorder from the position of, is it really a distinct disease, or is it a reaction to toxicities in the food and the drink? Again, bipolar disorder. From the position, is it really a distinct disease, or is it a reaction to toxicities in the food and drink? I speak from first-hand observation as well as from internet investigation. What is the impact of what we eat and drink, not only on how we respond to how we respond mentally, but also on our overall health? So that is a tough subject for today, bipolar disorder. And we're going to take a look at it from the position of functional medicine. I have a few quotes that I want to begin this dialogue with, just to put this into context so that you and I can understand we have been here before. This first quote is from Hippocrates, not Socrates, Hippocrates, who famously said, "Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food." Another quote, this from Anne Wigmore, who is the co-founder of the Hippocrates Health Institute. She says, "The food you eat can either be the safest and most powerful form of medicine or the slowest form of poison." Anne Wigmore. I like this quote from Dr. Drew Ramsey, psychiatrist and author of the book, Eat Complete. He writes, "Nutrition is a critical component of mental health. The brain requires a variety of nutrients to function optimally." This quote, "There is no health without mental health, and there is no mental health without good and proper nutrition," from Dr. Felice Jaca, researcher and author of the book Brain Changer. And lastly, this quote, eating well is a form of self-respect. That one is not very well known. It's not, doesn't know who the author of that is, but it is used by many different authors. So unknown, attributed to various health, wellness, and advocates. I'm going to begin with an article that I received in today's email inbox. I do subscribe to a number of health researchers. This one is from Ariel Beloso, and he's a very good raw vegan advocate. Ariel Beloso wrote, and I quote, last night I watched a program about the late actress Carrie Fisher, best known as Princess Leia from Star Wars, and her battle with bipolar disorder. It reminded me of others I've known over the years who've struggled with the same condition, including actor and writer Stephen Fry. Now, before I go on, let me just tell you, I had the opportunity back when I was playing as a full-time musician to play at Carrie Fisher's house. I got a chance to meet Carrie Fisher, and she was very, very polite, very nice lady. I got a chance to meet the other actress who's also has passed on. And what was her name? Oh boy, she was pretty well-known actress. I can't think of her, but she played on Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley. You know who I'm talking about. But I got a chance to meet them both at Carrie Fisher's home, which was in Malibu. So all of that being said, going back to Ariel Beloso's article, I'm reading. But the truth about bipolar disorder isn't what most people think. Most people think it's a psychological issue, a mysterious chemical imbalance in the brain. But natural hygiene offers a radically different explanation. And when he talks about natural hygiene, he is talking about functional medicine. Bipolar disorder, like most chronic diseases, is not caused by trauma or genetics, he writes. It is the result of internal poisoning. It's not a brain problem, it's a body problem. When the body is overloaded with toxic substances, processed foods, caffeine, animal proteins, oils, refined salt, and chemicals, it begins to break down. The bloodstream becomes polluted. The liver and kidneys struggle to eliminate waste. Digestion slows, and the nervous system, including the brain, starts to malfunction. As a natural hygienist, Dr. Herbert Shelton said, quote, diseased brains grow out of diseased bodies, unquote. What we call mental illness is often just a symptom of systemic toxicity. I'll repeat, Ariel Bello writes, what we call mental illness is often just a symptom of systemic toxicity. And when the body is given a chance to rest, detoxify, and is nourished with raw, plant-based foods, those symptoms often begin to disappear. Scientific research supports this view. A 2020 study in Nutrients magazine found that a high intake of fruits and vegetables is linked to better mental health. Another study in a Journal of Psychiatric Research, Jaka et al., 2017, writes, showed that switching to a whole food, plant-based diet brought significant improvements in mood. I'll repeat that. Another study in the Journal of Psychiatric Research, 2017, showed that switching to a whole food, plant-based diet brought significant improvements in mood. My message to anyone suffering from bipolar disorder or any mental disorder is this. Have you ever tried changing your diet to a raw, plant-based foods to deal with the condition? The answer I usually get is no. Another side note here, I can testify to this issue of bipolar disorder and its relationship to corruption in the diet. I had a roommate at the place I was living before, and no one told me before I accepted him moving in that he had bipolar disorder. No one warned me. His family, I knew his mother very well. No one warned me. Then he moved in, and within a few weeks, I noticed some very bizarre behavior. I'm not going to go into the behavior, but it was bizarre. He'd be creeping around like he was, it wasn't that he was spying on me because I was in an open room, but he was like trying not to be seen and being seen. And it was really weird. I later realized it was bipolar disorder. So going forward, oh, I'll just say this much. Staying with me was probably the best thing he possibly could have done for himself. And I was really proud of his progress over time, is that he stopped the bizarre behaviors. He had a few big episodes, big episodes, and we had to deal with them. But he did get over it. And later, after 2 years or so, I was proud of the young brother. I really was. I was proud of the way he got himself organized and was taking good care of other people as well. He continued to have his episodes, but they were very rare and far between. Going forward, I'm still reading now from Ariel Belloso's article. So why aren't we told this? Because there's no money in healing the body naturally. But there is a fortune to be made in managing bipolar disorder with drugs for life. This pharmaceutical industry has turned this condition into a billion-dollar trap. Medications like lithium, valproate, and antipsychotics don't cure anything. They merely suppress symptoms. Meanwhile, they come with terrifying side effects: weight gain, thyroid failure, liver damage, kidney shutdown, and even irreversible brain injury. Some patients develop permanent tremors, memory loss, or cognitive decline. These aren't rare side effects. They're disturbingly common. And the worst part, the drugs often leave people far sicker than the condition ever did. Instead of removing the cause, they add more toxicity to an already overwhelmed system. Natural hygiene teaches a powerful truth. The body heals when we stop harming it. I'm going to repeat that. Natural hygiene teaches us a powerful truth. The body heals when we stop hurting it. Bipolar disorder isn't a pill deficiency. It's the result of years of poisoning. And the real solution? Stop the poisoning. A raw, low-fat, plant-based diet can do what no medication ever will: restore the body and the mind to true balance, to your best health. Ariel. And he writes also, P.S. If you are ready to commit to a raw lifestyle, but need structure, support, and simplicity, 1 year of raw foods is what is for you. That's a book he has. It's the easiest way to stay raw, stay focused, and stay healthy 365 days a year. Ariel Beloso. And I don't have his website handy. Let me see if I can find him real quick because this is his name, Ariel, Ariel Belloso. I think that's it, Ariel Beloso. And that did not come up. I didn't spell it right. ArielBelloso, and there he is right there, Ariel Beloso. And I'm going to put in that link. So those of you who want to have this good information from Ariel Beloso, his website is Nutrition Raw. And I think he does a great, great job, to tell the truth. So I'm going to pull that website up here real quick, nutritionraw.com. And I encourage every one of you, each and every one of you, I encourage you to get with Ariel Beloso. I have been on his newsletter for quite some time, and personally, I find it to be fantastic. So here is his link, Ariel, Rielbelloso, and there he is. Wait a minute. Cannot, oh, okay, I had to put this in a different order. Sorry about that. Ariel, X that, and put this now in this way. Ariel Beloso. And that is how you can get access to Ariel Beloso. I put it up also in the chat on my page. And now you do have access to him as well. It is what it is. I got a mistake in here. I just take myself out of it. Okay. And we're up on YouTube today, so I'm going to put it up for our YouTube family as well. Ariel Beloso. And there he is for the YouTube family as well. We do love to hear from you today. Are you or anyone you know dealing with this issue of are you or anyone you know dealing with this issue of bipolar disorder? We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you think about it. On that note, I'm going to go forward. I have a bunch of other research pulled up for today. A functional medicine approach to bipolar disorder. This is very important. Functional medicine, well, I'll explain it in just a second. Functional medicine focuses on dealing with the patient. It's patient-centric, not drug or pharmaceutical-centric. It also deals with the elements that caused the disorder. We are not disordered for no reason at all. We're disordered because of very specific causes. So with functional medicine, we attempt to identify the cause and then put in a real remedy. And the natural holistic approach is always, always, always the primary focus of functional medicine. That's a brief explanation. It's a simplified explanation, but you'll get to know it more here as I continue today. Functional medicine approach to bipolar disorder focuses on identifying and addressing the underlying causes of the condition rather than just treating the symptoms. This holistic approach considers the interplay between genetics, environment, lifestyle, and nutrition. Here are some key components of a functional medicine approach to bipolar disorder. Number one, We must have a comprehensive assessment. Functional medicine practitioners conduct thorough assessments, including detailed medical histories, lifestyle equations, and lab tests to identify potential imbalances or deficiencies in the body. That's very important. That's why when I'm dealing with a clinical nutrition client, first thing I say is, I need to ask you questions. I need to do about a 20-minute or more assessment of what is going on. I need to know your weight, your weight and height to calculate your body mass index. I need to know what changes you've been going through. I need to know how you eat. So I will ask you about 20 minutes of questions. People are frequently contacting me saying, Katie, well, I have this condition, this and that. And I said, well, they say, what herb do I take for this condition? I say, I cannot and will not answer that question. Only rarely will I answer that question. Most of the time, I refuse to answer because I don't know how you got to this stage. It might sound familiar, but I can find lots of things that sound familiar to your symptoms and or disorder. So functional medicine, number one, comprehensive assessment. Number two, nutritional interventions. Diet plays such a crucial role in mental health. A functional medicine approach may involve recommending a balanced diet, rich in whole foods, omega-3 fatty acids, very important for neurological health, antioxidants, and micronutrients that support brain health. Specific dietary changes might include reducing sugar and processed foods, which can affect mood stability. That's very important when it comes to bipolar disorder. Number three, gut health. There's a growing body of research linking good gut health to good mental health. A functional medicine approach, therefore, may involve assessing and improving gut microbiome health through probiotics, prebiotics, and dietary changes to enhance digestion and nutrition absorption. That becomes critically important. Number four, lifestyle modifications. Stress management techniques, regular physical activity, and adequate sleep are emphasized. Practitioners may recommend mindfulness practices, yoga, or other stress reduction strategies to help stabilize your mood. Number five, addressing hormone and neurotransmitter imbalances. Functional medicine may involve evaluating and addressing hormonal imbalances, such as thyroid function, and neurotransmitter levels like serotonin and dopamine that can and do influence mood and behavior. This is very important, and very important that we manage our microbiome. Very important. Microbiome, the source of 86% of your serotonin, is produced in the gut. That's very important. Supplements. Depending on individual needs, practitioners may recommend specific supplements such as omega-3 fatty acids, B vitamins. We get that research from Dr. Linus Pauling. Magnesium or vitamin D, which can and do support mental health and overall well-being. Point seven, personalized treatment plans. This is a key component of functional medicine. Each individual experience with bipolar disorder is unique. I'll repeat, each individual's experience with bipolar disorder is unique. So treatment plans are tailored to the person's specific needs, preferences, and health history. This is very important. Point number 8, collaborating with other healthcare providers. A functional medicine approach often involves working alongside psychiatrists, psychologists, and other health care professionals to ensure a comprehensive treatment plan that may include medication when necessary. And that is true. If medication is needed to manage the psycho or psychotic episodes, those have got to be brought under control. And it'd be easier to bring them under control when you are using direct medication to bring them under control. You can wean the patient off of them. Person can wean themselves off of these medications. But it's very clear that you do so under proper supervision. Overall, the functional medicine approach aims to empower individuals with bipolar disorder by providing them with the tools and strategies to manage their condition more effectively and improve their overall quality of life. Today, we are on LIB Radio and we're talking about bipolar disorder. We'd love to hear what you have to say. If there's anybody in the house, we'd love to hear what you have to say. Also, can I get you to hit the like button for today's broadcast? That would be a good thing. If everybody could at least, let's be on the same page and say, hey, tell you something. I like what I'm hearing today. So we encourage you to be participatory today. And just real quickly, I'm going to make sure that I am participatory today. And I'm going to go to my page over here and just hit the like button. I do see people on Rumble, on YouTube, I should say, Rumble. We are up on Rumble today. We're on YouTube. We are on Facebook Live. And we are on You Now. So I encourage you, wherever you're listening, hit the like button. That would be a good thing. So we are continuing. We are today talking about nutrition solutions for bipolar disorder. I'm going to go back in. I got one more major research piece I wanted to put together, and this deals with bipolar disorder and functional medicine. It says bipolar disorder is a group of 3 distinct types of mood disorders characterized by abnormal, uncontrolled changes in mood, activity, concentration, and energy levels that impact a person's ability to live, work, care for themselves, and more. Functional medicine approaches to bipolar disorder focus on a multidisciplinary treatment plan that includes nutrition, lifestyle interventions, pharmaceuticals, physical medicine, and more. Nutrition plays a significant role in managing bipolar disorder. A functional medicine approach evaluates the diet to ensure it has no nutritional gaps that may impact the progression rate of bipolar disorder symptoms. Total antioxidant capacity, determined by the number of nutrients like omega 3s, vitamin C, vitamin E, CoQ10, zinc, lycopene, selenium, polyphenols, glutathione, and more in the blood is also strict consideration. And I will say this much: I witnessed a person having a bipolar incident one time. I saw it in real time. We were, a number of us were at a conference, and then we wanted to go out and have lunch together. And the place picked for lunch was what's it called? With the women, it was a hot wings store, the place where the women dress in tight clothes and their boobs popped out. You know what I'm talking about. I can't think of the name of it. It tells you how many times I've eaten there. But we went there. One person had a certificate for $20 or something worth of hot wings. And so we went there. And when we went there, the person who had the certificate for the hot wings, I think it was her, she was all happy and giddy and talkative. Oh, she was talking, and we all were having a good time. So, she talked a lot. That's okay. We're having a great time together. But for one, she ordered sodas, wings, chips, your typical classic junk food. She ordered all this junk food. I ordered a cup of tea because I couldn't eat the wings and I didn't eat anything at the restaurant, but I wanted to be in the company of the people that I was with. And I was prepared for that. And so about 20 minutes after she started putting the food into her mouth, she went through a bipolar crisis. And I saw it in real time. I kind of knew it was, I kind of saw it coming. I didn't think it was going to be so bad. Bipolar is shocking. But what happened was she started crying at the table, unconsolable crying. And at this point, I knew what was going on because I saw the food coming out. And I suspected with 12 or so people around the table, it might have been 14 or so, that somebody was going to have a reaction to this food. And she did have a reaction. And she started crying unconsolably. No one could even tell what she was crying about. But I knew, and I didn't say anything. I think I told someone a little bit later, yeah, I saw it coming. I knew it was going to happen. But that's bipolar disorder. It will sneak up on you. It is, I agree with Ariel Beloso, it is a consequence of the toxicity that is in your bloodstream. And that toxicity can come right at the end of a meal. It can be triggered by other forces as well. I've seen it being triggered by a strong emotional response from a person who was trying to get back out here in the dating field. And unfortunately, the person he was trying to get it on with, somehow, some way, it didn't match up, didn't line up, and the hurt triggered the bipolar disorder. So it can be triggered by more than just toxicity in the gastrointestinal tract, but most of the time, especially when it comes to naturally suppressing the bipolar disorder, that was the consequence of nutrition. So we are talking about bipolar disorder. I'm talking about lifestyle interventions such as exercise can improve symptoms of depression and enhance the quality of life in people with bipolar disorder. Exercise increases the production of feel-good neurochemicals, boosts the circulation of oxygen-rich blood to the brain and the nervous system tissues, it improves glycemic control and insulin sensitivity. So lifestyle interventions such as exercise become very, very important for managing this condition. Pharmaceuticals are the gold standard treatment for acute symptoms management in bipolar disorder. They include options like lithium, quetiapine, lurasidone, olanzapine, fluoxetine, valproate, lamotrigine, and carbamazepine, cariprazine, and lorazepam. Don't ask me to repeat them. I can spell them. If you need to, write to me. Tell me about the drugs that you're on. If you are on any of these drugs, and I recognize some of the names, I may have a hard time pronouncing them. That means that I'm not part of that life. They include these options: lithium, quetiapine, lurasidone, olanzapine, fluoxetine, valproate, lamotrigine, lamotrigine, carbamazepine, cariprazine, and lorazepam. I did it better the second time around. I did it the third time I'd have them down, but I don't need to do it again. You don't want to hear it again. Electroconvulsive therapy. This is shock therapy. Electroconvulsive therapy can manage acute symptoms when medications are not enough. And that's pretty intense. Electroconvulsive therapy. A functional medicine model for the treatment of bipolar disorder is taught by Doctors Greenblatt and Borgiorno, that's his name, in a 3-course module. This course includes multiple therapeutic tiers, such as medicinal, nutritional interventions, and natural therapies. Consistency of medical care is very, very important. Routine appointments where interventions can be adjusted, and a holistic plan that addresses nutrition, stress management, and more essential components of a world-class treatment plan for bipolar disorder. There is a functional medicine for bipolar disorder course. This course is taught by Doctors Greenblatt and Borgiorno. This course represents a functional medicine model for the treatment of bipolar disorder, inclusive of multiple therapeutic tiers, including medication, nutritional approaches, or nutritional interventions, and natural therapies. Integrative medicine for bipolar disorder course. This course also presents a functional medicine model for the treatment of bipolar disorders. This course, focusing on multiple therapeutic tiers, including medication, nutrition interventions, and natural therapies. It's repeating itself. That's okay. Be better off than not hearing it twice. And we are talking about functional medicine practitioners don't treat symptoms, they treat people. I repeat, functional medicine practitioners don't treat symptoms, they treat people. They tailor the treatment protocol to each individual's unique history, unique genetics, lifestyle, preferences, and symptoms. That is a key distinction of functional medicine. So I'm asking, tell us more about this three-pronged approach to treating bipolar disorder with functional medicine. We're asking that of the AI inquiry. Dr. James Greenblatt Greenblatt, Greenblatt, and Peter Borgiorno, Bon, Bongiorno, Iorno, Bongiorno, that's his name. Doctors James Greenblatt and Peter Borgiorno offer a comprehensive 3-module course on functional medicine approach to treatment of bipolar disorder. This course is designed to provide healthcare professionals and individuals interested in integrative and functional medicine with a deep understanding of how to manage bipolar disorder through a holistic, patient-centered approach. Here is an overview of the course. This is very important. Point number 1, course overview. Title, Functional Medicine for Bipolar Disorder. Instructors, Dr. James Greenblatt and Dr. Peter Bongiorno. There you go. The format. This course is divided into 3 modules, each focusing on the different aspects of a functional medicine approach to bipolar disorder. Module 1, Understanding Bipolar Disorder and Functional Medicine. It includes, number 1, introduction to bipolar disorder. 2, definition and diagnostic criteria. 3, common symptoms and clinical presentations. And 4, functional medicine principles. That's the first module. Overview of functional medicine, importance of a patient-centered approach, addressing the root causes of illness. This is a very key component of functional medicine, the root causes. Number 3, assessment and diagnosis. And number 4, comprehensive patient history and physical examination. Point 5, laboratory testing and biomarkers. And point 6, the psychological and neurological evaluations. So all of that is under module 1. I could literally start a course online of this. And I probably will return to this document for more research. Overview of module 2, nutritional and lifestyle interventions. 1, talks about nutritional strategies for dealing with bipolar disorder. 2, the importance of diet in mental health. 3, specific nutrients and their roles in bipolar disorder. Point 4, dietary patterns and their impact. Example given, the Mediterranean diet, the ketogenic diet. I would suggest also we put in here the vegan diet, raw vegan diet at that. Lifestyle modifications include exercise and physical activity, sleep hygiene, and circadian rhythm regulation. That's a very important, very, very important component of bipolar disorder. I do know that people with bipolar disorder have a difficult time sleeping because of the war taking place within their body. So sleep hygiene and circadian rhythm regulation becomes very important. Point, stress management techniques. Example given, mindfulness and meditation. Next point, supplements and botanicals. Evidence-based supplements such as omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D3, magnesium. And then lastly, this module 2 completes with herbal remedies and their mechanisms of action. Herbal remedies are very, very key. Their mechanisms of action are how they work. This becomes absolutely essential when it comes to managing a case of bipolar disorder. And then we come to module 3, integrative treatment approaches. Number one, pharmaceutical interventions. And yes, it's very necessary. It's very necessary in this case. It's not the preferred. By no means is it the preferred. But you've got to get the client, the patient, into regular routine behavior and not having this explosive impact of bipolar disorder taking place in their life. Number two, conventional medicines. These include mood stabilizers and antipsychotics. Three, monitoring and managing the side effects of these drugs. Four, combining pharmaceuticals with functional medicine. Now we're introducing functional medicine. Complementary therapies include acupuncture and traditional Chinese medicine, yoga and movement strategies, light therapy and other environmental interventions. Then comes to case studies and practical applications, real world examples of patient care, developing individualized treatment plans, collaborating with other healthcare providers. And in the case of my former roommate who was dealing with a bipolar disorder for a little over 2 years or so, he was able to bring it under control. And he had a big team. He had a lot of people on his team, including his beloved mother. She was very, very useful in this whole process. And he was able to, last time I heard from him, he was able to keep it under management. He was still using the drugs and was being carefully monitored, but they were happy in the outcome that he was enjoying from this. So that is a real world intervention treatment plan. Key takeaways from all of this: patient-centered care, emphasizing the unique needs and preferences of each individual. Holistic approach, addressing multiple aspects of health, including nutrition, lifestyle, and psychological well-being, and also including detoxification. Evidence-based practices, utilizing the latest research to inform treatment decisions, and multidisciplinary collaboration, working with a team of healthcare professionals to provide comprehensive care. So this is a course. These are all the things you would take away in this course. Who should take this course? Healthcare professionals, MDs. There's a bunch of different letters. I don't know what they all mean. But mental health professionals, psychologists, psychiatrists, counselors, individuals with a personal or professional interest in integrative and functional medicine. So, conclusion, this 3-module course provides a thorough and practical guide to treating bipolar disorder using a functional medicine approach. By focusing on the whole person and addressing the root causes of the illness, this course equips learners with the tools to create effective, individualized treatment plans for patients with bipolar disorder. For more information or to enroll in the course, you can visit the websites of Dr. Greenblatt and Dr. Bongiorno in there, or check their respective educational platforms. Now, I don't know where Doctors Greenblatt and or Bongiorno are, but I do highly recommend, if you are interested, you do want to take them up on their offer. So I'm looking for Doctors Greenblatt and Bongiorno. Let me see if I can just find it real quick. Doctors Greenblatt and Bongiorno. And I didn't do it right. Let me do this again. Copy. I'm looking for websites of Greenblatt and Borgiano. I did do it right. I just don't see it. Dr. Greenblatt and Borgiano. Copy, cut, and paste. Doctors Greenblatt and Borgiano are at Functional and Integrative Psychiatry Fellowship. So that is a good place to be able to get them. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be laughing, but one of them has an unusual unusual expression on his face. I'll just leave it at that. You can find it. Actually, I put it in a search engine, so you can. I'm going to get you the link to these particular guys here. And I do see Basuranda is in the house. Uja, all, what a great and needed topic in today's modern society. And she talks about lorazepam, ativan, lamotrigine, and is lamisol. Oh, these are their commercial names. Lorazepam is Activan, Ativan, Ativan, and lamotrigine, I think it's lamotrigine or trigine, is also known as lamictal. So thank you, Basuranda. I do appreciate, love you, love having you. And let me spell it right. Love having you in the house today. And I do say greetings to all of you who are in the house. If you want to know more about what the two doctors mentioned, Dr. Greenblatt and led by renowned functional expert, Dr. Greenblatt, MD, you get access to 300 plus hours of research-backed curriculum, 50 hours of unparalleled faculty, mentorship, and invaluable community support, all for only $6,500. We have limited scholarships, so we do believe the root cause medical training for mental health is essential for all providers. I do definitely agree. Enhance your career, elevate your practice, enroll now in the summer 2025 session. And that's where you can join, book a private call right now, and learn about the core clinical structure that they're talking about with regard to functional medicine approach to all of this. This is good stuff. This is really good stuff. And I'm going to save this. Psychiatry refined core clinical structure rainbow chart. And I do kind of need to go ahead and put this in a new folder. I hope this is not a new book, but it could be. So I'm going to put this in a new folder. And let's just save it for right now. Yes, Baba Kiti says Basuranda. This is so wonderfully important. And I'm glad to have you in the house. I'm glad that people are interested in this topic today. I'm going to post up one more link to this here on my, I'm going to post it on the You Now page. I'm also going to post it again on I don't know what this is about. I'm going to post it also on my Facebook page so that you do have access to it now and for the future. And I'm trying to get this Ariel Beloso website up at nutritionraw.com. Copy and paste it here. There it is. And I'm going to put all of this up here one more time. And bear with me, I'm just going to put it up in its own category here with Nutrition Raw from Ariel Beloso. And lastly, with this functional medicine approach to psychiatry redefined. And this is all I need to do for today. And I want to thank you all for tuning in today. I think today was a very good day. We did hopefully learn a lot. Basu Rana is in the house. She does have a comment. This is so needed. As a number of people in the US living with bipolar disorder is increasing. And in my perspective, many people are walking around undiagnosed. I got to agree. I most definitely have to agree with you, Basuranda. And I'm going to do my part. We're going to do our part. This is going to be an extended series. I'm going to hold off writing on it, even though I could do this on a daily basis. But I'm going to just hold off on writing on this right now. And we're going to do the best we can to assemble this body of knowledge. I'm not writing any books right now. I ain't, I'm taking at least 2 months off. At least 2 months off. I do have a book that's very necessary that I don't want to delay anymore on, and that book is called What Are We Going to Do with Christmas? We're going to have to, at a certain point, come up with a solution for Christmas because Christmas is kicking our natural behinds. Christmas is kicking our butts. And unless and until we can do a better job, it's going to continue to wipe us out. We can't ignore that. So I'm going to do my part. And hopefully we will have a solution for what to do with Xmas. On that note, I am going to, she says, both society and the individual undiagnosed and untreated suffer the consequences of untreated illness. Mental illness is our course for today. And I'm glad you are with us, Basu Randa, because I know you do have a particular self-interest in all of this. Oh my goodness. Rooibos iced tea is off the charts. That Rooibos tea is good. And the beautiful thing about Rooibos tea is it helps us to overcome the impact of, or it helps us to rebuild, regenerate, regenerative medicine. That's what I'm trying to say. Stem cell therapy. Rooibos tea is good for stem cell activation, proliferation, differentiation. And that is a part of regenerative medicine. Regenerative medicine is a part of functional medicine. And that's a good thing. Functional medicine and regenerative medicine are absolutely complementary to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. It's been a good day here on LIB Radio, LIB TV, and livinginblack.com. I didn't even have to use my AK. And we are going to continue on this series tomorrow. Functional medicine. How does it deal with mental disorders? If I can do my part in helping to order a stronger society where we don't have to deal with mental issues, then I'm going to do just that. And on that note, I want to thank you all for tuning in today. You've been tuned into your favorite. We aim to be your favorite. We are LIB Radio. We are LIB TV. We are truly, truly livinginblack.com. So on that note, I've got bumper music over here. I'm going to bump my way out of here for today. And that's a good thing. So on that note, let me push this button, push this button, push this button, and then Get on out. Peace and prosperity to each and every one of you. On your favorite, we aim to be your favorite. We are LIB Radio, LIB TV. We are livinginblack.com. Peace and prosperity to each and every one of you.